Hi everyone, my name's Jordan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my tier ranking list for every single book I read in 2022. So I read like 160 books, I think 164 or something like that, but those will not all be on this list. So the only things I've included on this list are novels, so no novellas and short stories, and I have not included any graphic novels or mangas. And also, I've already tier ranked the first half of the year. I did a tier ranking video in June or July. I will link that video down below. So I have that still set up, and then I've just added all of the books I read since then. So first I'm going to go through my old tier ranking list and reorganize if my feelings for some of these have changed over time, and then we will go ahead and dive into all of the rest of the books I read in 2022. There's a lot, so this will probably be a long video, but I always think these are very fun. Because there's so many, I will not be doing like synopsises or anything like that for the books, and I will also probably be looking down a lot because I will be filling out the tier ranking list, but that's just the nature of the video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this is where we left off last time. This is all the books I had read up to this point. So let's see if we need to do any sort of reorganization. So some of these haven't stuck with me as long. So I think I really liked Age of Legend, but I don't think it's a new fave. I don't think Kaikeyi is a new fave. It was really good. I just don't think it's a new favorite. I'm gonna move some of these romance. It's hard with romance because romance isn't my main genre, and I haven't even really read any romance since the beginning of the year. But it's hard for me to rank them because like I enjoy them in different ways than I enjoy like fantasy and sci-fi. I think Hunger of the Gods might go down here. The thing is I think about Harrow the Ninth. I think about the Locked Tomb trilogy so much. And so it's hard because, like, I also loved Live Ship, obviously, but the Locked Tomb it stuck with me so long. Like, I am constantly looking at fan art and things like that. You guys know how much I love Locked Tomb. So everything else, I think, looks okay. I think I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, I think everything else looks okay. So we're gonna go with this. These two are very hard to choose between, Harrow and Mad Ship. They're both just so good, but I think Harrow is gonna be at the top. This may be surprising to some people just because it is, like, Robin Hobb is Robin Hobb. I talk about Robin Hobb all the time. I love Robin Hobb. But just know it is very hard for me to choose between those. I really love both so much. Let's start getting into the books I've read since, which there's quite a lot, so we're going to try to move kind of quickly through this. So Wall of Storms. I really liked this book, but I feel like a lot of people like it more than I did. Don't get me wrong, again, I really, really liked this book. It was so well crafted, so beautiful, but like a lot of the details are already slipping and I just read it last month. So I think I'm going to put it... I think I like Justice of Kings more. Justice of Kings, actually, I'm going to move Justice of Kings up. I love Justice of Kings. I think about that book all the time. The first Legend of Drizzt book, Homeland. I think it's Homeland. Homebound? Homeland. This one, I actually really enjoyed this book. Way more than I thought I would. I'm going to put it here. Cibola Burn. I really, really liked this book. I think I'm going to put it here. Starting to get really into The Expanse. The Lost Metal. This book was also, like, phenomenal. Yeah, I think that's good. The Bear and the Nightingale was good. It was cute. Well written. I apologize, everyone. My allergies are top-notch today. I'm, like, really sniffly and stuffy. Makes for great audio. Next up, I have The Fellowship of the Ring. I actually really, really liked this book, way more than I thought I would. I don't know if it's a new favorite territory yet. I think that will change after I read the rest of them, but I've only read this one so far. But I did like it so much. Okay, The Golden Fool. Guys, this new fave tier is about to just be all Robin Hobb. The Golden Fool I liked a lot. There was a lot of putting Fitz in his place, and I thought it was so warranted. Put that one here. I think Ashes of Man. Well, Ashes of Man is definitely not my favorite of the Sun Eater. It was still really good, and it made me cry my freaking eyes out. I'm gonna put it here. The Trader Baru Cormorant. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right at all. This one didn't work for me as well just because I think the audiobook didn't work for me. I am going to continue on, but I'm not going to listen to the audio anymore. Babel. Babel was phenomenal. One of my favorite books of the year. Yeah, I think it's going to go here. Yeah, I think Ship of Destiny and Mad Ship are above it. A Ship of Magic can stay there. Ruin. Guys, these books I am not liking as much as everyone else. Now, did I like it more than The Blade itself? I think I did. I think I liked it more. Like, they're good, but I am not on the train like everyone else is. Okay, next up is The Exorcist. This was good. I didn't find it as scary as I feel like I should have, but I think it's because I listened to the audiobook. The Exorcist will go... It was good. It was just not that scary. Okay. Dragon Haven. That is the second book in the Rainwild Chronicles. As you guys can tell, these are not in any particular order. They're not like in order of how I read them or anything. It's just like how the image is imported, so they're not in any order. So Dragon Haven. I'm really enjoying these books. More than I think I was expecting to, because a lot of people will complain about them, but I really like them. This was good. This was like a thriller that I read just spur of the moment because it was really popular. It was enjoyable. Abaddon's Gate. This one was, I think, we'll put it here. I think it was pretty good. Deadbeat, aka the first Dresden book I liked and wanted to continue reading. Like, what? Who am I? Fool's Fate. Guys. Fool's Fate and Harrow. Guys, ooh, it's so hard because Fool's Fate, I cried my eyes out. It was so good. Is Fool's Fate better than Harrow the Ninth? It's hard because, like, they're just so different. Like, The Locked Tomb is so unique to anything I've ever read. And it makes it very hard to, like, compare it to other books because, like, how can you compare Harrow the Ninth and Fool's Fate? They're, like, incomparable. So I think it's gonna be Harrow the Ninth just because, again, it's stuck with me so much more. I think about The Locked Tomb every day. And I don't think about a lot of books every single day. So we'll stick there. The Atlas Paradox. Everyone complained about this book, but I really liked it. And I had a lot of fun with it. Put it there. Dragon Keeper. This was the first one. It was definitely a little slower, but I still think enjoyable. It was good. Definitely better than Ruin. The Art of Prophecy was a really fun book, but I've quickly forgotten a lot of it. But I did really like it when I read it. It just hasn't stuck with me that much. We'll put it here. The Spear Cuts Through Water. This book was beautiful. So good. I don't think it's a new favorite, but it was amazing. I really liked it a lot. The Genesis of Misery was a big letdown, honestly, and I was really disappointed in it. It had so much potential. Kingdoms of Death. Definitely a new favorite. This is my second favorite of the Sun Eater series. I just really like the darker books. And this one, Kingdoms of Death, it was very dark. All right. Fool's Errand. This one was definitely a little slower than the others. Still very good. I mean, it's Robin Hobb, but it was just a little slower because it was getting back into Fitz. But then the ending was so good. No, I think that's good right there. Middle Game, I really knew nothing about it going into it, and I ended up loving it. I think I'm going to put it here. It was phenomenal. Salem's Lot, I did really enjoy. I think Stephen King did vampires very well. Yeah, I think that's good. I think this is Death Masks. This one was fine. The Emperor's Soul, Brando Sando. I really liked this. It really dove deep. This is technically a novella, and I said I know I said no novellas, but this I included because it is not like a inter-series novella so much as some of the other ones. It technically is like in the Elantris world, but I think it is actually like a separate story. I haven't read Elantris, so I'm not totally sure. So I included that one. I didn't include novellas that were like, I read a lot of novellas in the Expanse series, and I read some Sun Eater novellas. I didn't include those because they were not the full novels of the series, but this one I felt like was separate enough to include. Kingdom of the Feared was a big disappointment to the series. Still like enjoyable, it just wasn't great. Valor was fine. These books are all just like fine. I'm not loving them. They're just like enjoyable, but not great. This How You Lose the Time War was a lot of fun. Also technically a novella, but again, it is separate. It's like its own novella, so I included it. Demon in White, phenomenal. I mean, all of these books are just so good. Put it there. Caliban's War was good. Still like I wasn't like obsessed with the series yet at this point. But it was good. And then again, we have all these Becky Chambers books, which are all technically novellas, but again, separate stories. So I lied when I said no novellas. I meant no novellas that are part of series. So I had a month this year where I read a bunch of Becky Chambers and became obsessed. Her books, I've only read her novellas so far, but they are phenomenal. They ask a lot of really important questions and pose a lot of interesting themes. So To Be Taught a Fortunate was really good. I think it would probably be, we'll put it here. Prayer for the Crown Shy, phenomenal again. I still think my favorite one is the first one of this. Yeah, I think there. Oof. None of the Ninth. Again, Locked Tomb is just like phenomenal. I think I still like Gideon more than Nona, but Nona answered a lot of questions. I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, we'll put it there. That one's tough. Grace of Kings was good. I didn't love it though. I thought it was kind of dry. We'll put it here, I think. No, I think here. Yeah. Song for the Wild Built is a new favorite. Yeah, we'll put it there. Princess Florinda and the 40 Flight Tower is a Tamsin Muir novella that was really cute, really funny. I mean, Tamsin Muir is just hilarious. Like, she's just so funny. Fairy Tale was a huge disappointment for me. I have a full dedicated review. This book really fell flat for me, and I was really disappointed in it. Fury Song, the conclusion to the Fireborn trilogy, the Aurelian cycle. So good, but surprisingly has not stuck with me very strongly. Like, I don't even fully remember what happened in a lot of it. I think there's fine. Black Prism was boring. I didn't love it. Yeah, I think we'll put it there. Oh. This is getting out of hand. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow I read just because of the popularity, and it was good. Oops. It was good. I did enjoy it. Let's see. Let's put it here, I think. The Book Eaters was kind of weird, and I didn't love it, honestly. It was not what I expected it to be. It's not stuck with me much at all. Put it here. Age of Empire. Age of Empire was good. These last three of this series kind of fell off a little bit, but it's still a Michael J. Sullivan book. So they were still really good. Guys, this is so hard now. There's so many freaking books on this list. Like, how do you tier rank every single book you read? Why did I decide to do this? Age of Empire. Let's put it... I'm trying to even remember like what happens, and I can't. But I think it's gonna be... We'll put it here. The Silence of the Girls I really liked. It was a Greek mythology book following Briseis. We'll put it here. Nettle and Bone. I thought I DNF'd this, honestly, and I guess I didn't, but I didn't really like it. I'll put it here. Howling Dark is my favorite. Oh my goodness, hold on. Is my favorite of the Sun Eater books. I think this book is phenomenal, magical, incredible. Better than Babel, though? Ooh, is it better than Babel? See, again, they're just so different that it's really, really hard to choose. I'm going to put it right after Babel for now. Okay. Piranesi. I think this was fun. I didn't love it as much as others. It hasn't stuck with me. I don't think about it much. I'll put it here. The Final Strife, also, I don't think I liked it as much as others, but I can definitely respect it, and I think it was good. See, I'm going to have to start scrolling a lot because this thing is huge. Empire of Silence was good. It was a first book. We'll put it here. Age of Death was the one that I probably liked the least. But it was still really good. I mean, it's still a Michael J. Sullivan book. It was just kind of whack. It just kind of got weird. Finley Donovan is Killing It was just kind of boring for me just because it's not a genre I like, so I don't even know why I read it. Nine Fox Gambit I really enjoyed. Put Nine Fox Gambit here. Last Argument of Kings. It's probably my favorite of the three, but still I don't think this series is like a new favorite by any means, but it was my favorite of the three, and I do think it was good. Best Served Cold. If it was just the first 400 pages, this would probably be in the So Good, but Joe Abercrombie really just kept going when he should have stopped. We'll put it here. Legends and Lattes was just so cozy, so fun, so... it just it brings me so much happiness. And like, again, it's hard to like compare because these are all like really intense world building, beautiful books. And this was just so cozy and enjoyable, but it's like ultimately what has stuck with me. What do I think about? What is my enjoyment of these? And I think I'm going to put this here. Oh, I must have imported these twice. So all of these I've already done. So that was it? Oh, I don't think I have these down here. Okay. So Seven Eves. Seven Eves was good. I really liked the first half and really didn't like the second half. So we're going to put it... Again, I really, really liked the first half. So, like, if this was just the first half, it would be in So Good. We're going to put this here. Before They Are Hanged... This is the second one. Guys, I don't even remember what happens in this one, so I'm just going to like put it with Blade itself. I know I liked it more than the Blade itself. And then 1,000 Steps into Night was a buddy read I did. It was enjoyable, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. I'm going to put it here. And then Wicked Beauty, which I actually really liked. This was a romance. Okay. So the rest of these, I guess I accidentally imported the images twice because all of those we've already done. Let me just double check. Yeah, we've already done all those. So, good. So then this is all of the books I read this year minus graphic novels and mangas and inter-series novellas and nonfiction. I forgot to mention that. I didn't include nonfiction because I feel like it's weird to compare a nonfiction book to a fiction book. And it's just hard. The type of nonfiction I read, it's hard to like rank them. So... This is all the fiction, full novels, or individual novellas that I read this year. Let's double check that this all looks good. The enjoyable and So Good, it's hard to like rank those much. Like those are all kind of a clump almost. I think they're vaguely in order of enjoyment. The new fave, I really want to make sure these are in a good ranked order because it will inform my top 10 books of 2022 video. So, Harrow the Ninth and Fool's Fate. Yes, incredible, phenomenal, beautiful, hard to compare. But I think I'm going to say Harrow is first because Harrow is the one I think about daily. Fool's Fate, phenomenal, definitely second. Mad Ship, yes. Ship of Destiny. Babel, yeah, Howling Dark, Ship of Magic, Gideon, Golden Fool, Nona, Kingdoms of Death, Light from Uncommon Stars, Atlas 6. I think the Atlas 6 can actually move to here. Light from Uncommon Stars. I think it can stay there. I really loved that book. It was such a surprise. A Psalm for the Wild Built. Yeah, I just love that. I think about that one actually quite frequently too. Hunger of the Gods. I actually think Hunger of the Gods can go here. Demon in White, Justice Kings, Legends and Lattes, Hunger of the Gods, Atlas 6, Middle Game, Ace of Spades. Yeah, I think that looks good. Does anything else need to be in the new favorites? I feel like I might put Fellowship of the Ring up there. I've been thinking about it a lot, even though I've only read the first one, so I think it can go there. Wallace Storms, again, I just feel like I didn't like it as much as other people. Like, a lot of the stuff's already slipping from my mind, whereas all these things are my new favorites. I can tell you, like, detailed plot summaries because they've really stuck with me. Wallace Storm's already kind of slipping, so yeah, I think it can stay where it is, but I'll say it's better than Fool's Errand, I think. Fool's Errand was just slow for me until the end. I'm gonna move this here. Yeah. I think this now is reflective of my year. I'm actually going to move this here. I think this is reflective of my enjoyment of these books throughout the year. I actually think Symbol of Burn I liked a lot more than that. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go with this. I think this is a good list. This is good. I only had 4 that I really, really, really didn't like. And that's King of Battle and Blood, which is like a vampire romance that was just dumb. Dragon Reborn was like one of the most boring books I read all year. Clara and the Sun, again, just really boring. And Twisted Love was just poorly written. The were just disappointing to me. They weren't bad books. They were just kind of, Yeah, I don't think Leviathan Wakes should be down there. I think Leviathan Wakes I've liked more with distance. But Leviathan Wakes, like, I'm looking at these and I liked it more than I liked these. Put it here. Okay, now this is good. Okay. The were just disappointments or boring. And then enjoyable and so good are... The enjoyable are... It's all very hard to rank because there's so many, it's hard to compare. But I think the so good and the new fave are good. All right, I think we're going to go with this. I think this is my tier list. So that is all the books I read this year. Obviously, with the parameters I listed earlier. This was an incredible year. I read so many books that became quickly new favorites, best books I've ever read. And I'm so excited for what 2023 will bring. We have so many fun plans, me and some other booktubers, as well as just me personally. There's so many books I'm so excited to get to, so many read-alongs and buddy reads, and it's going to be a phenomenal year. So I will be doing another one of these around mid-year to get through all the books I read at the first half of the year, because I cannot do this all in one sitting. Obviously, this video was very long and it was just half of the year. Excited for what 2023 will bring. If you could please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down below what some of your favorite books of the year were. And if you really disagree with some of my rankings, again, these are all subjective. These are all just my opinions, and a lot of it was just my enjoyment factor, not like how well the book was written, because that would be a different list. It's not like this is the most well-written book. It's this was enjoyable to me. This is what I think about daily. Like, these are the books I'm excited to think about and reread and things like that. So these are it's just a completely subjective, enjoyment-based list. So don't come attack me, but if you do disagree with them, I love to hear it. I love to hear what other people's favorites are, because reading is such a fun thing. We all read differently. We all experience things differently. So I'd love to hear it. If you really like my content, please hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post new videos. As always, your support means the world to me. And until next time, thank you guys.